Okay, so tell me a little bit about your Frisbee collection itself. What are some of the stellar items you have?
Well, Frank, as you know, Frisbee started here in Glendale. I don't know if you're aware of that, but the very first Frisbee, the very first plastic flying disc was manufactured up on Flower Street by Southern California Plastics. And that was made and invented by Fred Morrison, who died just last year, about a year ago.
He died a year ago.
Fred Morrison was the absolute #1 inventor of the plastic flying disc.
Wait, so you use the expression plastic flying disc. You don't like using the word Frisbee?
Well,
in your world, is there something about that?
Well, Frisbee is a registered trademark of Walmart. So it's just like saying Kleenex.
I understand. So are there other plastic flying discs that are not Frisbees?
Thousands.
Well, can you give me some of the better names?
Well, I've actually helped formulate discs. I mean, there was Dream Flights, and they made the Floater and the Puppy and the Super Puppy. There's Innova Champion now, and they have dozens of styles of golf discs. There's Discraft.
So you are not the foremost Frisbee collector. You are the foremost plastic flying disc collector.
Yeah. Well, we use the term loosely. Frisbee is a generalized term to make sure that you know what we're talking about.
Sure.
If I said I'm a flying disc player, you know what the hell is that? But a Frisbee player immediately identifies as a guy with a plastic disc in your hand.
I understand.
So it's an overall term. For years, we tried to wrest the name Frisbee from Whammo by signing petitions and complaining to all sorts of trade organizations in the government that we want to liberate this word.
Sure.
Imagine if the word baseball was owned by Rawlings and you had to say you were a ball player. Well, what kind of ball player? Oh, I'm a baseball. Well, why don't you say so? Well, I can't because it's... So if I say I'm a flying disc player, you go, what the heck is that? And I go, oh, you mean I say Frisbee? Oh, why don't you say that? I can't. It's a registered trademark of Whammo Incorporated.
Sure.
And since it's been sold repeatedly over the years, they still have managed to maintain this tight control over this word and the terminology. But we use it to identify basically what we do. And
I understand.
In fact,
So how many would you say you have?
I have 1,500.
15. Do you have like a Frisbee room?
I used to have a room completely covered in plastic, but I took it down and it got old. This was 30 years ago in my heyday as a competitor. But they're all boxed, they're all plastic, they're all bagged, they're all plastic, they're all categorized.